respected teachers, judges, and my dear friends. I thought twice whether to join this elocution competition or not. Some corner of my mind tempted me to sit relaxed without much tension of making a speech. But finally, I chose to join, to take the pain of thinking, writing, learning, and then to deliver the speech on the topic, the importance of making the right choices. Then I realized, oh, life is a matter of choices. Whether to do this one or that one, whether to do or not to do, whether to take this way or that way. The science of life says, life is a game of losing than of gaining. Those who play chess can understand. We must sacrifice our pawn to save the knight, knight for the bishop, and bishop for the rook. It is for the player to decide whether to save the pawn by leaving the queen to its fate. It is the question of intelligible selection. An idiom in Malayalam says, man wants what is in the roof without losing what he holds in his armpit. We cannot keep both. We need to leave one. So, life is the game of making the right choices. In the Bible story of our first parents, Adam and Eve, they chose to leave the paradise for the taste of the forbidden fruit. In the life of Jesus Christ, he asked his disciples, all other had gone. Do you also wish to go away from me and save yourselves? Peter told, come, let us go with him and die. In Mahabharata, the great warrior Arjuna sat in dismay on his chariot. He lost his vigor to fight against his teachers, brothers, and uncles on the other side. Then Lord Krishna asked, get up, Arjuna, fight for the sake of dharma, because it is your duty as a kshatriya to fight for dharma. Sugha dukha same krutva, laha lahau jaya jayav, tado yuddha yujyasva, naivam pavam avyapsasi. We learn in the autobiography of Gandhiji. The master asked little Gandhi to correct the spelling of kettle by looking into the paper of the nearby student. He could get 10 on 10 in the dictation, but Gandhi chose to give up than to cheat himself. By losing, Gandhi walked into history. History is, in a sense, the story of choices man had made, its success and failures, its causes and effects. My dear friends, in our life, we are called upon to make the right choices, to live as good sons and daughters, as good students, to grow as good gentlemen and women, not men and women who harm the society. We must stick to the values of Satya and Dharma. We must give up the ways of corruption. Times may demand our sacrifices for truth and for righteousness. Today's topic is highly relevant in the present day world. In this world of digital revolution, every platform and every information is open for us, irrespective of good or bad, creative or destructive, useful or harmful. Everything is readily available for us. It is for us to think and behave intelligibly. We all know about the bird swan. It lives in muddy waters. It takes in the water from the pond, but it has a natural mechanism in its mouth that filters the water it takes in, and the mud and dirt get discarded. I think in our choices, we must be like swans. Let me conclude my speech with a word. Let our choices be wise for a better world, for ourselves and for the whole world. Thank you.
The greatest ability God given to humankind above animals is the ability of choice. Life always presents us with a variety of options from which we can choose. If we make the right choices, it leads to success, fulfillment and happiness. But the wrong choices led to misery, failure and gloom. A warm good morning to one and all. Honorable judges, respected teachers and all my dear friends. Today, I am standing before you to speak a few words on the topic why it is important to develop the power of making right choices. Do you make right choices? Each day we are faced with situations in life that require us to make choices. Some of these choices are easy and at times some of them can be difficult. Some of our choices will be reversible and some will not be reversible. It's not only the choices we make, but also the commitment to these choices that enables us to make our life either more degraded or holy, sublime, noble and happier. Making your own choices about the things you do is very important because it gives your life meaning. Making choices about what is important to you helps you be more independent and in charge of your life. Making right choices is not an overwhelming process. It takes a balance of self-confidence and the mental ability to think through the consequences of a choice. The choices that we make have a short-term or a long-term consequences. Making right choices is a method that must be learned. It is not something that we are innately born, but merely a step-by-step process that is usually ascertained from life experience. Alongside with the choice is the intensity of the decision. When making right choices, there are many steps that can be taken. Step 1. Identifying goal. One of the most effective choice-making strategies is to keep an eye on your goal. When you know the reason why you make a particular choice, it will better serve you in staying with it and defending it. Step number 2. Consider the consequences. Considering the consequences will help us determine how our final choice will impact ourselves and others involved. Step number 3. Consider your emotions. Emotions are the enemy of making right choices, but in fact they are integral to it. If we try to make a choice under the influence of an emotion, it can seriously affect the outcome. Step number 4. Simplify your choices. Research shows that people who have too many choices have a harder time choosing. Fewer choices lead to better results. Step number 5. Once you make a decision, don't look back, make it work. Don't second guess yourself. You can't relive the past. It's a waste of valuable time and energy. Life is being content about where you've been, where you are now, and where you are going. It's about being proud of who you are, what you represent, and the impact that you're having on others. I would like to suggest for you today, as you go through your day and night, to ponder over the options you have. What could I think here? What could I do here? And to become more aware of the options you are making. And to think of how to choose better. So give some serious thought to every choice you face. As Albert Camus once said, life is a sum of all your choices. Are you happy with the path that you're choosing for yourself? The choice is yours. Thank you.
Let me start with a famous quote. What is the secret of success? Right choices. How do you make these right choices? By experience. How do you gain experience? By wrong choices. This is a famous quote by the missile man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Good afternoon all, honorable dignitaries on this virtual dais and teachers. Today I am going to speak a few words about why is it important to develop the power of making right choices. So, what's a good choice? Good choices are decisions that keep you in the direction in which you want to go. Bad choices, on the other hand, end up being counterproductive and can quickly begin spiraling into stress, confusion, and despair. Understanding the dynamics of choices can help improve the decisions that you make. Psychology says that every day we make 2,000 decisions, most of them lightning speed. So anyone can make a right choice, but it takes a special person to make the right kind of choice. Let's take an example of HS. Anyone can make a good move, but if you don't know why it is a good move and what it does for you, it doesn't matter. Choices are very important. Do you know why? Because choices define us. A single bad choice affects our complete life. Besides being born, the power of decision making is the greatest gift in the world. You are not only the product of your genes or of your education, you are also the result of your choices. If you choose someone else's opinion or idea, it is still your choice to do so. That is the beauty of free will. But if you are making your own choices, then you can say that you are increasing your confidence, you are on the way to complete your target, you are taking a responsibility. Yes, it is our choices that show how we truly are, far more than our abilities. Choice, that is the freedom to choose. It is the most important freedom any person can enjoy, which can make or break their destiny. Imagine if Martin Luther King or Nelson Mandela didn't think of changing the society they live. what would have happened? Or if Dr. B. R. Ambedkar would be fine with the caste divide, then millions would have continued to face discrimination even today. We live in an unprecedented age of options, but that can make choice difficult because it also represents sacrifice. Even thus, our choice of words matters. So with our words, we can inspire or we can do the exactly opposite. There is a quote which completely resonates this context. Everything in your life is a reflection of a choice that you have made. If you want a different result, make a different choice. So, I have now come to the end of my words, reminding that everything is just a matter of choice. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
A very warm good morning to all the excellencies present here, respected teachers and my dear friends. I am Bhavyakeerthy B of class 8A here to present the topic, why is it important to develop the power of making right choice in your life? Life presents us with a variety of options from which we can choose. If we make the right choices, it will lead us to success, fulfillment and happiness, while wrong choices often lead us to misery, failure and gloom. I would like to emphasize to you the importance of choice that you are making in your life, consciously or unconsciously. Some of these choices may be reversible, some may not be. It is not only the choice, but also the commitment to these choices that enables us to make our life either more degradable or wholly sublime and more happy. Today as well, you and I have choices which we can make. Some may have short-term, while some may have long-term consequences. Will today be the day when you decide to choose wisely and transform your life? Alongside with the choice, it is also the intensity of the decision. And there was one decision made by Mahatma Gandhi when he was in South Africa as he was addicted to racial discrimination. He decided no more. That committed choice of his no compromise enabled him to inspire a huge freedom struggle to end up the British rule in India without the help of violence. I would like to suggest for you today, as you go through your day and night, to ponder over the options you have. What could I think here? What could I do here? And to become more aware of the choices that you are making in your life. Every moment of every day we make choices. Some choices may be small, sometimes life-altering. Choices can be powerful, but they aren't always easy. Making an effective and sound decision is an art which is learned through life experience. As children, we see our parents making decisions for us every day, but as we grow older, the decisions become more complex and significant. We are humans, we are not perfect and are bound to make mistakes. Making a bad choice from time to time is inevitable. It is not the fact that you have done a mistake. The important fact is that what you have learned from that mistake. Everyone has his own idea about what is important and what makes them feel best. Making a choice about what we do is also important because it gives our life its true meaning. Everyone has the power of choice and it's a crucial part of our self-development. The choices that we make shapes our experiences and brings us to where we are in our life now. When you know who you are and the value that you hold, you will have a firm foundation from which you will make decisions even in life-challenging situations. The choices that you make is more powerful, more meaningful and rich. Life is a matter of choices. The choices that you make makes you. That is the power and beauty of choice. Thank you.
There are only two things that will create your dreams. First, your choice. Second, your commitment towards your choice. Good morning. I am standing here in front of you to discuss on the topic importance of making right choices in life. Firstly, I would like to start with the question. Do life happen by the choice you make or by chances? Yes, I would definitely say life happens by the choice you make. A very well-known author and speaker, John C. Maxwell, says that life is a matter of choice and every choice makes you. The choice you make and the decisions you take have a very long impact in our life. I know this is cliche, but it doesn't diminish the truism in the statement. Our lives are a series of choices we have made so far. Whether we feel it immediately or not, but our life is being shaped by the choices we make. It's all our choice. The past is unalterable, yet it offers you an insight on the mistakes you have made. The present is a gift you need to make the best of, and the core of your future comprises of each and every choice you have ever made. Dr. Bobby Stephens, in an article titled The Importance of Choices, says that it is so important to understand that we all are making choices all the time. Even when we choose not to, we have still made a choice. It is our choice that determines our experience. The choices we make today will show up in our experience in the future. Sometimes making right choices or knowing how to choose is very difficult. But it is vitally important to understand that we are in charge of our own life if we think for ourselves. We all are unique. One of a kind combination of physical characteristics, emotional feelings, and personal interests that collectively define us as an individual. However, it's not this unique package that determines the enjoyment and the effectiveness in our life, but how we choose to use it. Therefore, understanding the role choices play in defending your life is the most important thing to learn if you want to fully develop what you have been given. Ayn Rand, a writer and a philosopher, says that every man builds his world in his own image. He has the power to choose, but no power to escape the necessity of choice. Just like Malala said, I had two choices: be silent and be killed, or to speak up and be killed. I chose the second option. If she hadn't taken the courage to choose, we would never know of Malala Yousafzai. Choices are the building blocks of our life. And despite all the mistakes we have made, a new day brings itself new opportunities and a whole new world of choice. Remember that the choice is yours. We are free to choose our actions, but we are not free to choose the consequences of our actions. Choice is a serious business. Choose to take your life seriously. Life is a choice. Choose consciously, choose wisely, and choose honestly. Choose to believe that you have the power to change and to change everything. I wish may the Almighty give you all the power and vision to make right choices in life. Thank you and have a nice day.